Good evening. This is Akashvani. I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds telephonic conversation with his Israeli counterpart Benjamin Netanyahu on terror attack by Palestinian group Hamas and subsequent conflict. Reiterates India strongly and unequivocally condemns terrorism. Israeli Air Force flies hundreds of off-duty troops back home from abroad to take part in military operations against Hamas. Death toll reaches nearly 1,800. Enforcement Directorate seizes 15 benami properties of DMK MP A Raja as part of a money laundering probe. Centre to spend 3,000 crore rupees for promotion of sports in next 5 years, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And in ICC Men's ODI World Cup cricket, England beat Bangladesh by 137 runs in league stage match at Dharamshala. In another match, Sri Lanka set a 345-run target for Pakistan in Hyderabad. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today spoke with his Israeli counterpart Benjamin Netanyahu on the terror attack by Palestinian group Hamas on Israel and the subsequent conflict. Mr. Modi reiterated that India strongly and unequivocally condemns terrorism. Prime Minister Modi received a telephone call from the Prime Minister of Israel, and during the conversation, Mr. Modi expressed condolences and sympathy for those killed and wounded as a result of the terrorist attacks in Israel. Prime Minister Modi conveyed that the people of India stand in solidarity with Israel in this difficult hour. Mr. Netanyahu assured Mr. Modi about the safety and security of Indian citizens in Israel. The two leaders also agreed to remain in close touch. The fighting in Israel began on Saturday after Hamas launched a surprise attack from the Gaza Strip through a barrage of rockets at Israel and sent a wave of fighters who gunned down civilians and took hostages. In retaliation, the Israeli Defense Forces initiated strikes within Gaza. Meanwhile, the Israeli Air Force said it has flown back home hundreds of off-duty Israeli soldiers from abroad to take part in the fight against terrorist group Hamas. The announcement comes after Israel called up 3 lakh reservists to fight in the war. Israel has claimed that it has re-established control over the Gaza border after Hamas terrorists broke through the barrier on Sunday. The death toll from the ongoing conflict has reached nearly 1,800 on both sides so far. More from our correspondent.
The Israeli Air Force has initiated one of its largest air campaigns ever, focused on crippling Hamas' ability to terrorize the Israeli people. The Israeli military has not ruled out the possibility of a joint operation with the United States in Lebanon should Hezbollah choose to join the conflict. The international community is closely monitoring the situation, with the United States taking significant steps to prevent the conflict from spreading to further Middle East. The USS Gerald R. Ford carrier strike group has been deployed to the eastern Mediterranean. This deployment aims to both contain the conflict within Israel and act as a deterrent against potential Iranian interference or aggression. In light of the deteriorating situation, Israeli citizens have been officially advised to stock up on essential supplies, including food, water, flashlights and other necessities for at least 72 hours. Vinod Kumar, Akashvani News, Dubai.
Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh has said India offers exciting opportunities for co-development and co-production in the defence manufacturing sector. On the second day of his visit to Italy, Mr. Singh today met the CEOs and other top industry leaders of Italian defence companies in Rome. The Raksha Mantri urged the Italian industry leaders to strengthen the supply chain linkages with the Indian defence manufacturers and develop closer ties with the Society of Indian Defence Manufacturers. Mr. Rajnath Singh is on a 4-day visit to Italy and France. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar reached Colombo this evening on a 3-day visit to Sri Lanka. Tomorrow, Dr. Jaishankar will attend the 23rd Council of Ministers meeting at the Indian Ocean Rim Association. The External Affairs Ministry said at the meeting India will assume the Vice Chair role of the Indian Ocean Rim Association for 2023-25, leading to chairship in 2025-27. The Council of Ministers will review the Indian Ocean Rim Association's recent activities and outline future cooperation. Dr. Jaishankar will also hold bilateral meetings in Colombo. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today chaired a high-level review meeting to discuss the progress made on schemes to be implemented based on his Independence Day speech. He had spoken about making 2 crore Lakpati Didis. They will be 2 crore women engaged in self-help groups or Anganwadis. During the meeting, Prime Minister Modi took stock of the various livelihood interventions planned to achieve this target. In his Independence Day speech, Prime Minister Modi spoke about equipping 15,000 women SHGs with drones for agriculture and related purposes. On this, he was given an overview of the plans to implement it, ranging from training of women SHGs to monitoring of activity. Women and Child Development Minister Smriti Irani launched protocol for management of malnutrition in children to combat acute malnutrition at a function in New Delhi today. It is a comprehensive guide to identify and provide extensive care to malnourished children in the country. Speaking on the occasion, Smriti Irani said this protocol will check malnutrition among children so that they become healthy. She said the government is tackling the issues of malnutrition through the implementation of Poshan Abhiyan.
But Poshan Abhiyan is a reflection of what 18 ministries and all state governments can do together. Such a massive collaboration is not seen anywhere in the world, and I can say this as a proud citizen, to tackle the issue of malnutrition.
World Mental Health Day is being observed today. The day is observed every year to raise awareness and foster positive change about mental health. The theme for this year is Mental Health is a Universal Human Right. Addressing the Mental Health Conclave virtually in New Delhi today, Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia said the government is committed to providing universal, affordable and high-quality mental health care services across the country. Mr. Mandavia said Telemanas is playing a crucial role in providing affordable mental health care services. The Union Minister said 44 Telemanas cells are currently operating in 33 states and union territories.
जिला मानसिक स्वास्थ्य कार्यक्रम की डिजिटल शाखा के रूप में कार्य करते हुए टेलीमानस का लक्ष्य सभी राज्यों और केंद्र शासित प्रदेशों में 24/7 टेली मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सेवाओं के माध्यम से यूनिवर्सल, सुलभ, किफायती और गुणवत्तापूर्ण मानसिक स्वास्थ्य देखभाल की सेवाएं आज लोगों तक पहुंचाई जा रही है.
This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Union Home Minister and senior BJP leader Amit Shah today launched the BJP poll campaign in Telangana by holding a public meeting in Adilabad. Telangana Assembly elections are scheduled to be held on the 30th of November. Addressing the gathering, Mr. Shah called upon the people of the state to elect a double-engine government. He urged people to elect a government that would work for the welfare of tribals.
मोदी जी आए थे अक्टूबर महीने में समक्का सरक्का सेंट्रल आदिवासी यूनिवर्सिटी की स्थापना की है. हमारा एक क्षेत्र आदिवासी बहुल क्षेत्र है. अब इस सेंट्रल आदिवासी यूनिवर्सिटी 950 करोड़ के खर्चे से नरेंद्र मोदी जी बना रहे हैं.
The government is organising World Food India 2023 from the 3rd to the 5th of November in New Delhi. In an interview to Akashvani, Minister of Food Processing Industries Pashupati Kumar Paras said one of the technical discussions is on the issue of women's empowerment and their leadership. The full interview can be heard in our Spotlight programme immediately after this bulletin. The Enforcement Directorate ED has taken possession of 15 immovable properties of DMK MP A Raja in the name of his benami company as part of a money laundering probe against him. The ED said the investigation has revealed that Mr. Raja, during his tenure as the Union Minister from 2004 to 7, granted environmental clearances to a real estate company based in Gurugram. The agency claimed that the company had given kickback to the former minister as quid pro quo for awarding the clearance in the garb of land commission income in the hands of the benami company. The investigation also established that the properties measuring 45 acres of land in Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, were purchased directly using the proceeds of crime generated by Mr. Raja. A Delhi court today extended the remand of Aam Aadmi Party leader and Rajya Sabha MP Sanjay Singh till the 13th of this month in connection with the Delhi excise policy scam case. Earlier on the 5th of October, the court sent the AAP leader to remand till today in the case. Mr. Singh was arrested following the raid at his residence in the national capital. The key domestic indices today ended in green. A report from the business desk.
The Sensex jumped 566 points and settled at 66,079, while the Nifty gained 177 points to close at 19,689. In the forex market, the rupee closed flat at 83 rupees and 24 paisa against the US dollar. Today, gold was trading up at the multi-commodity exchange for December contracts. The precious metal was up 30 rupees to trade at 57,602 rupees per 10 grams. And in intraday trade, Brent crude was trading at $88.24 per barrel. Anubha Rohatgi for Akashvani News.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said the centre will spend 3,000 crore rupees towards the promotion of sports in the country in the next 5 years. Mr. Modi was interacting with the contingent of Indian athletes in New Delhi who participated in the recently concluded Asian Games at Hangzhou in China.
आपकी कोशिशों के लिए पैसों की कमी कभी बाधा नहीं बनेगी। सरकार आपके लिए, खेल जगत के लिए अगले 5 साल में 3,000 करोड़ रुपए और खर्च करने जा रही है। आज देश के कोने-कोने में आधुनिक स्पोर्ट्स इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर आपके लिए ही बनाए जा रहे हैं।
Mr. Modi mentioned that India never lacked talent and athletes did perform well in the past, but due to many challenges, the country lagged behind in terms of medals. Mr. Modi elaborated on the modernization and transformative efforts undertaken after 2014. He informed that the sports budget has been enhanced threefold as compared to 9 years ago.
कभी भी हमारे देश में टैलेंट की कमी नहीं रही है। देश में जीत का जज्बा हमेशा था। हमारी टॉप्स और खेलो इंडिया स्कीम्स गेम चेंजर साबित हुई है।
The Prime Minister said the outstanding performances of the Indian athletes at the Asian Games exemplify their true spirit of sportsmanship. He added that it is the best ever performance by India during the Asian Games and the country's medal tally is a testimony to India's success. India won a total of 107 medals, including 28 gold in the Asian Games. The Prime Minister said these athletes have paved the way for generations of athletes to come, and their performance in the Asian Games will boost the confidence of our athletes in the Olympics. Appreciating the performance of women athletes, Mr. Modi said Nari Shakti of India has displayed exemplary performance.
हमारी नारी शक्ति ने इन खेलों में जबरदस्त प्रदर्शन किया है। जिस जज्बे के साथ हमारी महिला खिलाड़ियों ने अपना प्रदर्शन किया, वो बताता है कि भारत की बेटियों का सामर्थ्य क्या है। भारत ने एशियन गेम्स में जितने मेडल जीते हैं, उनमें से आधे से ज्यादा हमारी फीमेल एथलीट्स ने जीते हैं। बल्कि इस ऐतिहासिक सफलता का शुभारंभ भी हमारी महिला क्रिकेट टीम ने ही किया था।
On the occasion, Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports Anurag Singh Thakur thanked the Indian athletes who brought glory to the country by winning medals in the Asian Games in China. In ICC Men's ODI World Cup cricket, defending champions England defeated Bangladesh by 137 runs in a league stage match in Dharamshala. Chasing a target of 365 runs, Bangladesh were bowled out for 227 in 48.2 overs. Earlier put into bat, England posted 364 for 9 in the stipulated 50 overs. Bangladesh had won the toss and opted to field. The second match of the day between Sri Lanka and Pakistan is underway in Hyderabad. Sri Lanka have set a target of 345 runs. In reply, Pakistan were 220 for 3 in 33.3 overs when reports last came in. Earlier opting to bat, Sri Lanka posted 344 for 9 in the stipulated 50 overs. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds telephonic conversation with his Israeli counterpart Benjamin Netanyahu on terror attack by Palestinian group Hamas and subsequent conflict. Reiterates India strongly and unequivocally condemns terrorism. Israeli Air Force flies hundreds of off-duty troops back home from abroad to take part in military operations against Hamas. Death toll reaches nearly 1,800. Enforcement Directorate seizes 15 benami properties of DMK MP A Raja as part of a money laundering probe. Centre to spend 3,000 crore rupees for promotion of sports in next 5 years, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And in ICC Men's ODI World Cup cricket, England beat Bangladesh by 137 runs in league stage match at Dharamshala. In another match, Sri Lanka set a 345-run target for Pakistan in Hyderabad. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.
ये आकाशवाणी है। कार्यक्रम स्पॉटलाइट में प्रस्तुत है केंद्रीय खाद्य प्रसंस्करण उद्योग मंत्री